What's poppin', family? It's your boy Astro I back today on Beyond 5D. So we're gonna be talking about the karmic reason why your baby was born under their zodiac sign. All right, as you guys know, we are on a karmic planet. We're on Earth. A lot of us are reincarnated souls back here, waking up the planet, raising consciousness, clearing up karma. This is a very karmic planet. Everything is karmic. We all have karma. Just like I'm not perfect myself. We're all working towards a common goal. Okay, so every zodiac sign's baby has a purpose for you. That's very important to understand on this spiritual journey. When you have a baby, there's a karmic lesson in that. You know what I'm saying? Down the lineage of your, the people who come after you, they're gonna fulfill and balance out your lineage. Every single person that comes inside your family, they're here to clear out certain family karma and to bring balance. So if you're a Pisces baby, you're gonna come to make your family more spiritual. You're gonna bring more spiritual awareness and more connection to the divine. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go from all the zodiac signs, from Aries baby, to the Taurus baby, to the Gemini baby, to Autumn, to the Pisces baby. All right, so a few notes to understand, family. We are all working on something. So it's like, like I said, again, like we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We're all working on something, and that's the whole goal, is for us to work together on all of our issues to fix what we have to fix. We're all trying to fix something. We never arrive, because once you feel like you know it all, you arrived, you already lost. We're all trying to fix something in this life, and we're all on the journey of healing. People who act like they don't need to heal and they just traumatized, they're on a different journey. But we're on the healing journey here, okay, on Beyond 5D. So we never arrive. We always remain a student. And if you already have your baby's zodiac sign, like if you have a Cancer baby, but you're a Cancer son, the universe wants you to have more of that zodiac energy. That's why you have people who triple Cancers. They're Cancer sun, Cancer moon, Cancer rising. It's because the universe wants them to embody this more. They want to be more, the universe wants you to urge and more into your mothering, nurturing energy and to be more vulnerable. Cancers are the most vulnerable zodiac sign in the astrology. They don't mind crying in front of people. The other water signs, Pisces, they sometimes they can detach, or they could just be in another world. Where Scorpios, they like to hold and control their power, but Cancers, they will show that emotion. All right. So we're gonna go into Autumn, family. So let's go into the first one. We got the Aries baby. So an Aries baby comes in your life because your life didn't have enough childlike energy, assertion, action, divine masculine energy, and compromising. All right. Now, understand that when you have an Aries baby, it's not just things that you need more of, it's things that you need to work more with. So if you have an Aries baby, Aries don't really compromise. You have to learn how to compromise, because the opposite of Aries is Libra, which is on the same axis of Aries. So it's important to understand the axis is, because the axis is, they tell you a lot about how to balance out each zodiac sign. So an Aries baby, they're in your life to teach you really to start being in action. Aries are action orientated. That's most action orientated sign ever. They don't like to think. So the Aries baby comes in your life because you low-key be overthinking a lot. Your whole life you've been overthinking a lot. You didn't have enough action. And this Aries baby is coming in your life to bring more of that action energy into your life. This Aries baby is going to truly balance you out and truly bring you into a masculine energy, a divine, healthy masculine energy. Divine masculine energy, nowadays, it's a war between that and the feminine energy on social media. People try to demonize masculinity too much. They try to be like, masculinity is toxic, and they try to be like, anything could be toxic. Water can be toxic. So it's like there's a healthy masculine side, and all that is getting things done. All that is manifesting things. All that is providing. All that is being in control, having structure, having balance. That is divine masculine energy. Aries is going to teach you to, Aries has that warrior, commander energy. They have like a tunnel vision energy. So Aries baby definitely want to bring that in, but also childlike energy. All right. So you need more childlike energy. The lesson of having an Aries baby truly is to understand that they are here to show you how to keep moving. They're here to show you how to work with people. If you don't know how to work with people, if you don't know how to take care of people and give them attention, an Aries baby is going to give you more karma. The Aries baby is here to show you how to work with them more, how to compromise. You understand what I'm saying? So let's go on to the next sign. All right, we got the Taurus baby. So a Taurus baby comes in your life because your life didn't have enough slow pacing, stability, patience, and just timing. Tauruses do not really like the rush. They're not like an Aries, like they're very slow. So that Taurus baby is here to show you things to slow down. Your life didn't really have too much slow down pacing, structures, predictability. They're here to bring predictability to your life. And understand that babies have a very potent energy. So we're not talking about a regular stability. We're talking about a very potent stability, the most potent stability you can ever imagine. Taurus babies have a very potent stability about them, a very potent energy. Babies have a very potent energy in general. So through all these zodiac signs and babies, understand that this is a very potent energy. Babies are very pure, very potent. Their auras are amazing. So Taurus babies, they help you to understand that wealth is a necessity of a human need. Taurus does rule the second house in astrology, which is basically human needs. The food, the pleasure, the houses. Tauruses like stability. So when you have a Taurus baby, they're here to show you to get on your stuff. If you're not getting your money, if you don't have enough money to pay your bills, that Taurus baby is not going to be happy. So they're here to show you, hey, what's up? You're going to open up more streams of income. Are you going to save your money better? Taurus rules long-term wealth. You know, people who have Saturn and Taurus or strong Taurus placements, it's recommended to save your money if you have Taurus, because Taurus usually it becomes a millionaire. Taurus is like one of the wealthiest signs in astrology. Number 3. You understand what I'm saying? So Taurus, if you have a Taurus baby, they want to see long-term energy for you. You have to provide for them. You have to take care of them. The main lesson is they're going to naturally bring us a stabilizing energy, but you have to use the energy to also build. They're coming in your life to build an empire for you, help you build. Energetically, babies are like cats. They energetically bring an aura to your feet, bring an aura of protection to you. Okay, so you need to make sure that you are building when you have this Taurus baby in your life. That's very important, family. So a Gemini baby. Let's see real quick. All right, so we got a Gemini baby. So a Gemini baby comes in your life because your life didn't have enough stuff, didn't have enough duality. All right, so most of you guys who have Gemini babies, you guys need more duality in your life. Your life didn't have enough open-mindedness. Your mind is super closed. So the Gemini baby, I'm coming down to open up this person's mind. All right. Your Gemini baby comes in your life to bring you more versatility. Your life didn't have enough versatility. Your life didn't have enough intellectual conversations. Even if you already have this, you need more of it. Repeat. Even if you already have this, you need more of it. The universe wants you to have more of this energy. Okay? The universe also wants you to work with the Gemini energy more. So Geminis, low-key, are not really, they're not really predictable. The universe wants you to get used to working with unpredictable people, because there might be an unpredictable person that you're going to meet soon. So you have to always understand that unpredictability, yes, it's annoying. Geminis, low-key, could be hard to work with because they don't know what the next move. They're the type of person to agree with you in a conversation and also disagree with you at the same time. And then you're like, yo, you F with me or not? I just want to know you. And they're like, well, I see that, but I also like that. And the Geminis never really pick a side sometimes. They switch sides fast. So Geminis just see both sides. Sometimes they don't know what they want to do, bro. So Geminis are really here to hope, because the reason why is because they're the student. Very open-minded, very intellectual. They love intellectual conversations. So the Gemini baby is really here to help you to intellectually stay stimulated. They're gonna like to learn. Gemini baby's here to put you in a position of teaching. Okay. Now, if you have a Gemini baby, you need to teach your baby. You need to teach that baby as it grows to a child, from a toddler to a child to a teenager to an adult. That is the purpose, because Gemini is the student. On the axis of Sagittarius and Gemini, Gemini is the student, and Sagittarius is the teacher. Okay, so that's the true secret. Gemini baby, they're here to teach you to be in a position of being a teacher. Make sure that you are in your Sagittarius energy if you have a Gemini baby. Okay, now you're gonna understand as we go through this video. The key thing is to really balance out your baby with the opposite energy. Like with Aries, I said compromise, because the opposite of Aries is Libra. Aries need Libra energy. They need someone who can compromise. With Taurus, don't let your baby stay like in a stuck mindset. You're also being able to transform your baby to where your child, as he or she grows, to where they can evolve. Because if the Taurus baby is stuck in the matrix, it's a bad thing. You got to make sure this Taurus baby can read between the lines. Okay. Now we have Cancer baby. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. So if you have a Cancer baby comes in your life because your life didn't have enough nurturing positions. Okay. Cancer is the most emotional water sign. All the water signs are low-key emotional, but you got Pisces. Pisces is like, they like to be in another world, so they might run from their emotions a little bit, or they might detach sometimes. But Scorpio, you know them, sometimes they like to control their emotions or hide them. Cancer, since they're the most vulnerable water sign, they show their emotions. They're more likely to cry. A lot of Cancer people, I know they cry a lot. Cancer dominant, crying. They're crying. They cry to nowhere. They cry every day. It's just like, as they cry like an Aries goes to the gym. They cry like a Gemini talks. They cry frequently. And sometimes people think it's depression. Honestly, it's just their natural wire. You know, it's the natural wire. You got to understand that. So when you're dealing with a Cancer baby, you have to understand that they're here to put you in the position of being a parent. Okay, they're here to put you in the position of being in your divine masculine energy, especially if you're a dad. Cancers rule the mother, the feminine energy. They're ruled by the moon. So Cancer baby's here to make you more, help you understand you need to be more emotionally open, but also grounded, because Cancer babies are very emotional. They're going to cry a lot. So you need to be grounded. You need to work on your Capricorn energy, which is being more grounded, being more stoic. Okay, if you're too crybaby-ish like the Cancer, you're gonna cry. It's gonna be a mess. So you need to work on that stoic energy. And people kind of look at stoic as bad. Stoic is really just understanding that somebody needs to be serious and stoic. Because if both people are crying, then it's gonna look bad. There's no balance. And everything in life, even with a lot of astrology aspects like squares, you need a balance. You need a harmony. If someone's too rebellious, usually someone who's a little bit more conventional balances that person out, and they come to agreement. You know, if someone's too aggressive, someone who's a little more softer balances out that aggressive person, and this brings harmony to them. So the Cancer needs harmony. Now, harmony is someone who's a little bit more stoic, someone who's not as emotional. You will always see in relationships, two people who work together long term never do well if they're exactly the same. It's always an opposite, and that's how they might not like each other because they're a little different. But since they're a little different, the one person's more emotional and the other person's not. That makes them like want to learn, like, yeah, how is this person so emotional? You will be surprised when someone's different from you. You start to like them more because you're like, damn, I don't understand them, but I want to learn them. You always want to date people you don't really understand a little bit, because you're curious. Curiosity is going to lead you to the long run. If you understand them 100%, they're just like you, there ain't gonna be no slow growth. You feel what I'm saying? So a Cancer baby, the true thing, they're gonna teach you that human traits are normal, and it's always okay to be vulnerable on people. Like I said, Cancers are the most emotional water sign. They're more likely to cry in front of people. So Cancer babies are here to teach you to be more vulnerable in your lifetime as well. To be more vulnerable in your lifetime as well. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry sometimes. Crying is a human trait. If you think crying is weak, then you just don't like humans. You think all humans are weak. All humans can cry. If we lose our mother or someone we love right now, we're gonna cry. So, you know, Cancers low-key kind of they're very vulnerable. They don't mind just showing that, hey, I'm a human. I'm not like a god. Capricorn, the opposite, they kind of put on the status, the little facade. They low-key could kind of be the opposite. They don't want to show that vulnerability because they're more about power. But Cancers, low-key, are very emotional. I should say high-key about that. They're usually, Cancer babies are the most likely to be a reincarnated ancestor. So Cancer does rule the 4th house, and in astrologically, the 4th house is represented with ancestral work and ancestors. So most of the times, Cancers like to look at the past. They like to study history, you know, revolutionaries. They love things that of the past. They're like, see, sometimes they get stuck in the past with exes and stuff. This depends, but very, very connected to the past. So Cancers are also here to show you that you have to be sensitive with them. You have to be very sensitive with them. Repeat. You have to be very sensitive with them because they're very sensitive. They will show it. They're here to sensitize you. They're here to sensitize you. So if you're a Sag, you're someone who's very blunt. Cancer babies are here to make you be more mindful of your words. Social media is very sensitive. Even sometimes with me, I be saying things and people be on me. I'm like, damn, people sensitive. I like, you can't even say as much as I want no more. People are so sensitive. It's like people like babies now. So it's like the social media is very sensitive nowadays. You can't talk about the LGBTQ. You can't talk about this. Everybody just like starts getting all emotional. Nobody wants to hear the truth anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the biggest things about having a Cancer baby. Okay. Now, the next one we're going to go into is the Leo baby. All right. So a Leo baby comes in your life because your life didn't have enough spotlight, playfulness, and warm love. Leos are ruled by the heart chakra. So they're here to really tap you into your heart. And instead of thinking all day, your life was a lot of overthinking and just seriousness. Leos bring that playfulness back to your life. Your life didn't have too much playfulness. It didn't have too much love. Let's just keep it honest. Your life didn't have too much love. And if it did, you need more of it. You hear me? Yeah. If it did, you need more of it. You hear me? All right. So that's the understanding thing about Leo babies. Leo babies also, they help you to understand that you need to compromise and give people attention. Giving somebody attention is a human need. All right, we all want attention, whether it's to our partner, whether it's to our mom, whether it's to somebody. So some people want attention on social media to start cloud chasing. Everybody wants some type of attention, whether it's from one person or from a million people. Leos naturally like a lot of attention. They're actually the #1 sign that craves high amounts of attention. Having a Leo baby is going to remind you that it's okay to give people attention because this is a human need. Just like Cancers cry, you know, Aries can give like make a little temper tantrum. Leos need attention. That's their need. Like every human, well, Leos is higher. They need to have a higher need for attention. So they're here to show you that, hey, if you're not giving your whole life, if you've just been so selfish, Leos low-key could be selfish. You need to learn how to compromise more and work with people who are already selfish. You need to give them attention so they can make you happy. Because Leos, they're really good people. They have a good heart. They will make your life sunny and warm, but you have to give them that attention. It's like happy wife, happy life, you know? Or the other one to say with the husband, that you have to make somebody feel good for them to make your life feel good. That's what Leos like to put people on a throne. They have the pride. They really like that. But you have to make them feel good. Okay? Leo babies teach you that it's okay to play and have fun and to be the light. All right. You know, Leos are very, very, very warm. So they're here to show you, like, you know, stop thinking all day. The opposite sign of Leo is Aquarius. So, you know, you have to stop like thinking, being in your head all day, get more in your loving heart chakra. They're also going to show you how the way Aquarius is balanced out. Aquarius is very, what's the most difference of them? Aquarius gets attention for being different. Leo gets attention for more so just being in the spotlight. So you're going to balance out this. You're going to help this Leo baby mainly by giving them their attention and reminding this Leo baby, hey, you are the spotlight. You need to literally just focus just on this Leo baby, okay? Instead of like not focusing on this Leo baby, only focus on this Leo baby. And that's going to be a big lesson for you, okay? All right, we're now back. So a Virgo baby comes in your life because your life didn't have enough detoxing, structure, detail, and seriousness. Virgos are the most serious zodiac sign along with Capricorn. Very, very serious. Low-key, very judgmental, only because they see things with like detail. They got like that sniper, like it really, really like peep everything. So they're really here to show you like you need to like start deep picking up things. You might be driving with your Virgo child, and they're gonna be like, hey, you picked that up. You see the sign, like you see this little extra thing, this extra like everything, everywhere you go with them, they're gonna like teach you like tiny things you're always missing out. Okay. Your life didn't have enough of that. You was too much just going with the flow, too much. You're gonna have to work with this Virgo baby. The way to work with this Virgo baby is to have Pisces energy and low-key just chilling, going with the flow, not really trying too hard. That's gonna help the Virgo baby. Virgos need someone who is very like go with the flow, not as controlling. This Virgo baby can grow up to be someone who's controlling. To work with this Virgo baby, you have to be in a position of learning how to go with the flow and learning how to surrender to the universe. Virgos do not really surrender to the universe. So as you're working with this baby, you have to sometimes understand, or this child as they grow up, understand that you need to surrender to the universe for this connection to work. Does not mean surrender to them. No, just like if something's not working out, surrender to what the divine is trying to tell you. You know, and that's going to be how you can work with this Virgo person. Okay, now Virgo babies, they're going to also help you to learn how to take constructive criticism. Let me be honest with y'all. Virgos are very critical. They're very critical themselves, very critical. So when they have to tell you something, they're going to tell you it. This is how it is. Most people don't like it. Some people could be like, okay, boom, but they're going to tell you it eventually. They're very controlling to the max. They have like, they're like a judgmental Gemini. Geminis always have their mouth running. Virgos always have their mouth running as well. But they're going to do it in a more judgmental way, depending on the evolution. And the evolved Virgo is going to be definitely someone who wants to communicate and build with people because they're Earth sign, right? Virgo babies are here to truly bring a lesson of structure, organization, and cleaning. Your house, with a Virgo baby, as they grow older, you're going to really see that they're going to really keep your house clean. They're going to be very serious about what comes in, what comes out. They're going to be very wanting to provide. They're really going to help you to learn, like, hey, your hygiene is serious. Your hygiene is serious. All right? Virgo babies, they came in your life because your life didn't have too much physical hygiene or spiritual hygiene. They didn't have too much of that. Okay? So that's one of the main reasons why Virgo comes in your life. All right? If you guys do want, we got copper jewelry as well. You guys see, we got them on all Zodiac signs on GoBeyond5D.com. These are brand new. These are like the baseline price. We also have custom designs that are way more, but these are for the big dogs. But this right here is for the baseline. So, you know, we got a copper chain that comes with it as well. Something simple, but it's also something that looks really nice. We got a lot more stuff. I got to do this myself. Let's see, let's start. So next, we're going to go to the Libra baby. All right, so Libra baby. Whew. Man, Libras are interesting. They're one of those signs that they got like this chosen one energy. Like, I don't know why Libras got like this chosen one energy. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure that out. Libra babies, they come in your life because your life didn't have enough compromise, relationship building, and balance, all right? But the main thing is that they're teaching you to build relationships. Libras are really good at building relationships long term. Your life didn't have enough of that. You might have been too quick to cut somebody off. Like the opposite of Libra's ARIES, you could have just been like, kind of like cut somebody off quick. ARIES cut people off like in a heartbeat, which is kind of be bad because they burn bridges too fast. You could be working with someone who could make you a millionaire, and they say one thing that you don't understand. You take it the wrong way. You cut them off, and then they really had something lined up for you, and you didn't understand it, and then now you're not gonna become a millionaire. Libras have a good understanding of that. Instead of cutting people off or giving them the worst type of text you can ever give, Libras don't burn bridges. Even if they fall off with somebody, they keep it like chill. Libra babies are gonna teach you that you don't always have to go to the extremes, okay? Libra babies are gonna teach you that you don't always have to go to the extremes. You don't always have to go to the extremes, okay? Libras are very balanced. They're gonna be very civilized and be very bougie. Aries goes to the extremes. Down to work with a Libra, you're gonna need to be someone who knows how to make decisions. Okay, Libras don't really know how to make decisions as quickly, as confidently, as decisive. So the Libra baby, the Leo child, you're gonna have to tell them, command them, give them a hey. They're gonna come to you, ask questions, right? You need to be like, hey, do this. Do this. This is what you need to do. Confidence. That's how you work with a Libra. You be confident with Libra. All right. You know, most Libras, they're indecisive. So that's how you're gonna work with a Libra baby and child. You need to have order and confidence and decisiveness. Okay. You know, the compromise is gonna come natural. It should come natural with you. But the main thing to work with a Libra is you're gonna need to balance out their energy. You're gonna need to be someone who's confident and decisive. Okay. Libra babies are gonna help you to learn how to pick your battles. Aries is the opposite. Aries doesn't really pick their battles a lot. Sometimes as soon as someone says something crazy, they already like impulsively into it. Like what you like, you know what I'm saying? Libras are kind of like calculated with how they pick their battles. And you want to do that, okay? You want to pick your battles wisely. Not everybody is your battle, bro. Somebody is homeless and they try to fight you. You're going to fight them. Somebody doesn't have nothing, you're going to fight them because they like, you know, somebody's miserable. You got to know that everybody's not a battle. Even if somebody say slick, it's not a battle, bro. It's just a miserable person, somebody who don't got nothing. It's like, you don't fight them. That's what Libra kind of teaches, that Libras are really good at that. Most of the times, not all of them, but you know what I'm saying, like the ones that are more evolved. Like look at Spiritual Soul, Solemnity. He's a Libra, perfect example of somebody who really just picks his battles. He just stays to himself. He has good people skills, really good. You know what I'm saying? So Libra babies help you to tap into the states of diplomacy. Okay, they help you. Libras is like the energy of exchange. They are really good exchangers, really good business people. Libras are masterful at business, like masterful, like the guys of business, right up there. That's the Libras are the #1 richest zodiac sign, boys. Stop playing me. You feel me? #1. So Libras are going to teach you how to really get that business, get sales going, to run the ads. You going go crazy. Creative marketing, influencer marketing, SMS marketing, going go nuts. That's where Libras got it like that. So as that child grows older, you're going to notice how they will start to like have more of a business mindset. Then you can work with them. Work with them on that. Do a family-owned business, okay? That's going to be the key to the Libra baby why it come in your life. They're really teaching you compromise, relationship building, business building, balance, not going to the extremes all the time, just to be chill. Libras are just, you know, they just stay in the middle. Like they stay on like the middle. They don't go into the side, they just stay in the middle. They don't get too angry all the time. They don't get too sad. You don't see Libras really crying all day. That's just you don't see Libras raging all day. They just kind of stay like, most Libras stay in the middle. Look at BDLs and for they just stay like in the middle, okay? So Libras just teach you to stay in the middle. That's the lesson of having a Libra baby, to stay balanced, build relationships. Your life didn't have too much building relationships. It was too extremes. You was cutting too many people off. Yes. All right, a Scorpio baby comes to your life because your life didn't have enough reality checks. All right, Scorpios, low-key, are very realistic when it comes to the truth. They're truth seekers. They're obsessive. They're very dark. They like to see things that people are hiding. Now, this can lead to paranoia, PTSD. We've seen this happen with many Scorpios. They're the highest statistically. Scorpios are the #1 sign for PTSD. This is proven. You can look this up. So it's because they're just obsessed with like things that people are hiding. And then it's like, what if no one's hiding something? They start losing their mind, right? Scorpios are here to teach you that it's okay to look for things that it seems all love and light. They look for the darkness in the light. It's okay to go through things and transform and alchemize that energy from your solar plexus. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to do that. They're not going to teach you just any transformation, having a Scorpio baby. They're going to teach you very potent transformation. Okay, like I said, this is a baby. They have a pure aura. So there's going to be pure Scorpio energy, like pure right out the oven. Like, whew. So, you know, the willpower going to be, you know, as they evolve, as they age, you know, even like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it's going to be, you're going to start to see it. The tunnel vision, they're here to show you like tunnel vision is everything. Now, in my personal opinion, in my personal astrology, I'm a consultant on astrology, Scorpios have the most strongest tunnel vision. That's why people fear them when they go to war with them, because they know that this person, they have the option to just lock in on you like a sniper and just keep going. And it's like, it's been like 2 years. You still on me? You know, like, dang, I thought you still on my neck. It's been 2 years. That's Scorpio energy. It's like Aries, they might fight you. They get bored and like, you know, go to the next one. Scorpios will stick on you. They'll stick on you, bro. Like for a while, for years. And it's like, bro, I mean, like, that's what people fear Scorpio. It's not so much that, yeah, they're powerful, but it's more that they don't really give up easily. This is a long time. It's going to be a long day, a long night. It's going to be a long year, long life. Scorpio babies will empower you if you can work with them, okay? The secret to work with a Scorpio is to learn how to compromise and learn how to be patient. Scorpio is low-key chaotic, unevolved, or they don't like to compromise. So you need to have the Taurus energy, which is compromising. Tauruses are are ruled by Venus. So they're very chill, laid back, grounding. You need to learn how to ground to work with a Scorpio. Okay? Your Scorpio baby is teaching you how to stay grounded when they go through the shits. Your Scorpio child is teaching you how to stay grounded while you go through the shits. Okay? They're teaching you how to bring stability to their life. Scorpios can go through the shits. They can go through all the types of transformation. The Taurus is the opposite sign. You need to be someone, as a parent, you need to have Taurus energy, having a Scorpio baby, so you can ground them. Also, the Scorpio is going to teach you Scorpio traits as well. So you're learning both of the axes, not just Scorpio, but the Taurus energy and the Scorpio energy, which is the axis of power, stability, but also transformation, also seeing between the lines, but also making sure that there's a stability there. All right. But the biggest thing with Scorpio babies is that they're gonna teach you to like really understand that being dark and reading between the lines isn't always bad. It just helps you to read the fake people. There's a lot of fake people out here. A lot of fake people. Fake people, like, they don't want to get close to you. They don't want to do nothing. They just want to watch you and just look at you. Like, they don't want to do nothing. They just want to look at you. So that's fake. You know what I'm saying? If you're hitting them up and they're not responding, that's fake. You know, they're talking about you and they're liking your photos, fake. You know, so that's Scorpio like to kind of study that. And also they like the tunnel vision. So your tunnel vision is going to be a big thing. Having a Scorpio baby, they teach you to lock in. They're very obsessive. There's no sign more tunnel vision than Scorpio. No sign. Okay? There is no sign more tunnel vision than Scorpio. Okay? So when they come in your life, you're going to see them tunnel vision on something. All right? You're going to see them tunnel vision on something. Over the next sign, we got Sagittarius. The best says baby. A Sag baby comes in your life because your life didn't have enough optimism, positive thinking, and connection to the divine. Sag babies remind you that connecting to your belief and your doctrine is how you keep the devil's temptation away. All right, so Sagittarius are the most optimistic, lucky zodiac sign. I love Sagittarius. I'm not gonna lie, they're one of my favorite signs. I know they could be a little know-it-all sometimes, but besides that, they're really, really, really fun people to be around. They have a striking aura, very, very beautiful, very confident. It's like they are just, who doesn't want to be around somebody who's not negative all day? You know, they you know, of course they trash talkers, but Sagittarius babies, they come in your life to really teach you optimism and just be like delusional a little bit, like just live in your reality. Like, stop being all realistic and all this paperwork and watching the news all day and scared. Like, Sagittarius is a nice thing on all that fearful, scared reality stuff. Or nah, they don't do all that. They just create the reality, set down the manifestation, get the crystals, write down what they want and get it. You know what I'm saying? They get the abundance. They get their abundance. You know, they don't do all that reality stuff. You know, so they're gonna teach you to really like balance out your positive thinking and your negative thinking. Your life had too much like pessimism, had too much reality, had too much just like, you didn't have enough hope. Your life didn't have enough hope. Okay, so they're here to bring like that Luke Skywalker energy to your life, the optimism, that positive thinking, like that's gonna return. Also a connection to the divine. So your Sagittarius baby / child is gonna be very connected to the spirit. You're gonna be very intuitive. You might notice them just read your energy. It's gonna be like, wow, you could read my energy, you can read me. You're gonna notice that. Okay. So yeah, they're definitely gonna be here. The way to work with them is to also like, this is gonna sound kind of hard, but Sagittarius is the teacher, Gemini is a student. So you have to be a little bit more open-minded when working with this Sagittarius baby / child, because if you're not, they're gonna want to teach you some things. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're gonna want to. Sagittarius, yeah, they do. They might talk back, but they're gonna want to be like, hey, mom, I don't see how this works. I feel like this is best, because they're gonna do that sometimes. You have to be communicative and open-minded and see both sides. Okay, you need to see both sides to work with your Sagittarius baby. Because if you have too much Sag energy, it's not gonna work. Both of y'all gonna be bumping heads, because Sagittarius is like low-key very stubborn. They're not a fixed sign, but them being the teacher sign, most teachers, they like to feel like they're a teacher. So they have like a rival, I arrived, I know it all, like God complex. They kind of feel like they just know it all. No so you have to kind of understand that with a Sagittarius baby, you have to also compromise and you know, as they get older, like talk to them, have human conversations. Sagittarius, they talk to people like they're talking at them. They don't talk to them like they're talking to them. All right, you don't want to talk at people. You want to talk to them. Sagittarius sometimes just talk, and they don't really realize, like, there's not. That's why the opposite sign is Gemini. Gemini is a sign of communication. Gemini's Gemini's teach Sagittarius how to communicate with more versatility, more social skills, more open-mindedness. You know, more. They really balance out that communication. Sagittarius are good communicators. But look at Donald Trump. Sagittarius, people don't really like him because he just says whatever he's on his mind. People like, what did you just say? You know what I'm saying? So Sagittarius is like too blunt, but there's still some good light, love and light there that they're gonna bring to your life as a baby. A Capricorn baby comes to your life because your life didn't have enough goals, long-term future planning, and seriousness, all right? So as you guys know, Capricorn is one of the most long-term planning zodiac signs, the #1 long-term planning zodiac sign in astrology. You have to understand that if you're not working long-term, that's why Capricorn baby came in your life. Your life didn't have enough long-term goals. The Capricorn gonna be 5 years old, already got I want to do this when I get older, and I'm gonna go to I'm gonna be more serious. But they're gonna talk about it. You need that, okay? Capricorn also comes in your life to definitely bring that seriousness. Capricorns don't like to party too much all day long. They like to save their money. They're just very serious. They're very ambitious. They're like rulers. Like Capricorns have that ruler, hungry kind of energy. They want to rule. They want to get some power. So they're gonna, definitely show you that it's okay to have big goals and dream big. It's okay to have this authoritative energy. Don't push their dreams down. Okay, they're here to show you that you don't need to push people's dreams down. You don't need to make people feel small as a parent, because if Capricorn is if baby's a Capricorn, you might try to make them feel small, but don't do that. Just chill. Like the opposite of Capricorn is Cancer. Cancer is the sign of the mother, the nurturing, the moon, the ancestors. So you're gonna need to work with the Capricorn. You're gonna have to tap into your softness energy, your divine feminine energy. To work with the Capricorn baby and child as they grow up, you have to understand that you have to nurture this Capricorn. You have to be able to be a mother to them, a good mother. If you're a mom, if you're a dad, you have to be soft with this Capricorn, because Capricorns are sensitive. There are people don't really know, but Capricorns are sensitive behind the scenes. They don't show it, but low key they're very sensitive, and that's gonna balance them out because they're so stoic, they're so serious that they need somebody to be soft and open and vulnerable to them. They need somebody who's calm and flowy. And Cancers are, oh my gosh, Cancers are really good at that. A really, really good wife material, really good woman. When it comes to like a healed Cancer woman, it's like that's what you want. If you a male, get a healed Cancer woman. Wow, not a healed Scorpio woman. Any healed woman's gonna be good. Let me say that first of all. A healed Cancer woman. That feminine energy gonna be that divine feminine energy. You gonna feel that universe packing in, boy. But yeah, Capricorn babies give you the lesson that it's okay to be serious, and they gonna need you to be in your calm feminine energy. All right, the energy of vulnerability. If you're a man, I don't want to say feminine because you might get rubbed off by that, but let's just say vulnerability. To work with a Capricorn baby as a child, you need to learn to be vulnerable. You also need to learn that to keep long-term planning, to have more structure, okay? You need to learn to work with Capricorns. If a Capricorn baby comes in your life, if someone comes in your life, you need to learn how to work with them. That's why you need the opposite, okay? So you need to lurk on your Cancer energy, okay, which is balancing them out. They need Cancer energy, so you need to balance them out. But they're teaching you Capricorn energy, you hear me? Capricorn energy is all about structure, status, power, control. Capricorns are very they're just very serious. I don't see them at parties that much. I don't know why. It's just you might see them skip a lot of parties and they're just working at home on the computer, running the meta ads, running the SMS marketing, running them emails, working on their business, doing extra hours. That's how they is. They like, I want they base that serious, they're like a machine, and I like that, So that's Capricorn baby. Now we got the Aquarius baby. So that's all the Aquarius when the age of Aquarius. You know, so Aquarius baby comes in your life because your life didn't have enough uniqueness. Okay, so Aquarius is the most unique sign. They love their freedom of being themselves. People like to say like their freedom. Sagittarius is like their freedom, right? Aquarius is like the freedom of being themselves. It's two different things. Everybody's just, we gotta go deeper. But Aquarius, they don't like to be like anybody else. They like to just say or be or what just be themselves, and even if that's coming off weird. You feel me? So unconventionality and healthy rebellion. Okay, so understand that Aquarius low-key are rebellious to the max. They're gonna teach you that it's okay to be against something as long as it's healthy. Okay, your Aquarius child may be rebellious towards you. It is your goal to learn to work with this. Okay, most children, when they become a teenager, they become rebellious anyways. It's your goal to work with this. If you don't work with this, they're going to become more rebellious. The children that are more likely to sneak out the house are the children who they feel like their parents are the strictest. If you're too strict, you're done. Your child going to become 10 times more rebellious. Okay? They're going to show you that the Aquarius babies, as they go older, they're going to be very unique, very individualistic, very weird, very eccentric. That's it, they're going to love it too. They're here to show you like, hey, stop caring about what people think about you. They don't care. Aquarius are very detached. They don't care. Okay? Aquarius babies, they give you that lesson that it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be different. They're the most authentic sign. So they're really here to increase your frequency. As we all know on this spiritual journey, authenticity is the highest vibration. All right, it's the highest vibration. So they're here to show you that you need to be authentic more. Stop trying to be like everybody else. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to be Aquarius don't care. Be yourself. Be authentic. It's like I'm just camera right now. I don't have no edits. It's just raw footage right now. Like I'm being myself. This frequency I'm in right now is very high because I'm not trying to like. I didn't watch 25 other astrology YouTube. I just came in here by myself. What is this called? The turban, the copper. This is me. That frequency may not resonate with anybody. Some people may not like this, but some people are. And the frequency is higher. You see what I'm saying? So as aqua babies definitely are here to help you understand the authenticity you need. You didn't have too much authenticity in your life. You were probably on the wrong people. They got you in the wrong stuff. They're here to they're going to be now potent, pure, authentic, mega potent energy. That thing gonna be so potent, the frequency might, that potent gonna be frequency. So you need to use that energy to work with that Aquarius baby or child and understand that the way you're gonna work with them is you're gonna have to give them credibility and acknowledge their uniqueness, okay? You're gonna have to acknowledge your uniqueness. You're gonna also have to make sure that you guys can compromise because Aquarius is a fixed sign. So compromise with them. You're gonna have to give them attention. Aquariuses do like attention. They just don't like attention for being like everybody else, but just give them attention for being different. Be like, you just acknowledge them. They have pride. You have to be intellectual. They're also gonna show you how to really future plan. Y'all can become real wealthy. Future plan, future business, family business. That's the goal. Okay. They're going to show you how to stand out, too, if you're someone who doesn't stand out. All right, so last but not least, we got the Pisces baby. So a Pisces baby comes in your life because your life didn't have enough imagination, spirituality, open-mindedness, wisdom, and adaptability. Okay, so Pisces babies and children are very, very imaginative. Your life didn't have too much imagination, and if it did, you need more. You need to spend more time in that. If you're a Pisces or Pisces dominant person and you have a Pisces baby, you need to spend more time in that energy, whether it's AI editing, whether it's sitting down, meditation, visualizing. If you're not Pisces, you need to spend a lot of time really sitting down and meditating and really in your delusional world. Pisces are very delusional. And when I say delusional, a lot of people take it the wrong way. Let's just say they manifest a lot by just playing with their mind, daydreaming. They daydream all day. And everybody to an extent is delusional. But Pisces know how to use this delusional energy to manifest because all this is fake. The computer, everything is fake. Okay, so your imagination is what really is what can drive things to move. Your imagination, that magic nation. Okay, imagination. So you're imagining things and you're creating these things to materialize them. Every time you imagine things, it comes just as real. It's called a thought form. Look up on ChatGPT. This thought form is real. Okay, so Pisces use their thought forms. They send them out to the universe and they come true. Okay, so Pisces is going to really come here to really show you, like, hey, use your imagination. The opposite of Pisces is the Virgo. So to work with this Pisces, the Pisces need structure and they need order. So you need to have to give them a little bit of structured order. That's how you're going to have to balance out the Pisces. If not, they're going to start daydreaming. They can get paranoid. Pisces can get Pisces, I was watching this video, it was saying Pisces can like leave their body because they're so spacey, they're so spaced out, and they're tuning in. Pisces act like they on shrooms because they're just so like ethereal. So it's like they can leave their body. It feels like you're leaving your body when you have a lot of Pisces placements. Like you feel like you're out of your body sometimes. You know, I feel like you're like in another world sometimes. So Pisces really need that. That's why people like, when they see Pisces, they like, yo, they look like you're high because it's just a different reality. They're like a Sag. I always tell people they're like a Sag because Sag is very optimistic, but they're more like open-minded. They're not as stubborn as a Sag or trash. They don't talk as much trash. Like a Sag talk a lot of trash. Pisces kind of just stay in their lane. They don't talk too much trash. They just daydream, manifest, dream, manifest, doing their thing. Pisces usually are in a lot of relationships. They love. They're like, Pisces is like a higher vibration of Libra. Okay, so they love relationships. They love love. They love romance. So Pisces babies definitely come in your life to also bring you like that feminine energy in a way, the divine feminine, surrendered. But they're definitely here to help you like learn how to just surrender. Like, you know what I'm saying? Definitely learn how to, they definitely make you more adaptable. Okay. And besides that, family, it's been your boy Astro Y here today on Beyond 5D. I'm gonna definitely try to come out with more of these. You know, I've just been so busy. I love you guys all. If you guys do want an astrology consultation, go to astrologyconsults.com. Ashe, peace.